You're welcome to our financial market course. So still under non-bank financial institutions, we want to look at the money market funds. So by the end of this session, you should be able to define the money market as well as discuss the common types of money market securities. So the money market is part of the financial market in which short-term securities are traded. It is considered to be liquid as short-term instruments and can be converted quickly into cash. So these instruments are transferable, divisible, and enjoy analysts following as financial news, magazines, and paper reports on them frequently. So we are saying that the money market serves as an avenue for the provision of short-term funds to those who have shortage of funds. So people who have shortage of funds but have lucrative investment opportunities are able to fall on the money market to acquire funds to undertake their investments. And this eventually contributes to the development of the economy by helping in the expansion of aggregate investment activities and in the bigger picture, the national output. So the money market also serves as an avenue for the store of value. So in periods of rising prices, people are able to maintain the value of their money by buying financial assets such as treasury bills, certificates of deposit, and commercial papers, among other things. So the money market funds are a pool of funds for investors and is normally managed by investment banks and finance houses to provide liquidity to investors. So these pool of funds are invested in short-term debt securities or instruments, and these instruments in which the money market funds are invested includes treasury bills and the commercial papers. So first we want to look at what treasury bills are. So treasury bills, we are saying that they are short-term financial securities which represent financial obligations of the government to the holder of such security. So we are saying that when you purchase a treasury bill, it represents an obligation of the government to you, the holder of that security. So the treasury bill usually has obligations of the government to the holder of the security, and it has a maturity period less than a year. So the common ones that you find in Ghana are the 91-day or the 182-day treasury bill. So a unique feature to note for a treasury bill is that they are virtually risk-free, and also there is no default on the payment, since it's more like the government is supposed to pay you back. So to find or to calculate for the price of the treasury bill, you are saying that the price is calculated by the face value divided by 1 plus the rate of interest times n all over 364. Remember that n over 364 is an exponent. So n is the maturity period in days, r is the rate of interest or the yield to maturity, and p is the price of the treasury bill. So this is the formula to calculate for the price of a treasury bill. We also want to look at a commercial paper. So when we talk about commercial papers, a commercial paper is an unsecured short-term debt promissory note issued by a firm for the financing of debt and inventory as well as settling short-term liabilities. So the commercial paper is insecure, meaning that it's usually not backed by any collateral. Thus, it is often accepted from large and credit-worthy firms. So unlike the treasury bills, where treasury bills that the government is the one supposed to pay back the price for that, for commercial papers we are saying that it's unsecure because it's issued by large and credit-worthy firms, and there's no collateral security attached to this, and it's just a promise by these large and credit-worthy firms to pay a stated amount after they have used the funds for undertaking their investment need. So to calculate for the yield on a commercial paper, we are saying that the formula is F minus P divided by F times 365 over N. F minus P over F times 365 over N. So N is the number of days required for the commercial paper to mature. F is the face value of the commercial paper, while P is the price you are required to pay for the commercial paper. We also want to look at other money market items such as the negotiable certificates of deposit. So you are saying that these are short-term debt instruments which are issued by a bank to raise additional deposits in the short term. So the negotiable certificates of deposit are usually issued at a higher rate than the treasury bill because it is issued by banks and therefore are more riskier than the treasury bills. We also want to look at the repurchase agreement, and it's also known as the sale of purchase agreement, and they are usually selling and it involves the selling and the repossessioning of financial securities between two firms. So this repurchase agreement involves two firms. So here we are saying that maybe one firm buys an asset and is not able to make enough in terms of investment or profitability, so it's able to resell it to another company so that it will be able to gain its money back to meet its short-term liquidity needs. So all too soon we've come to the end of this session, and in this session we've learned what the money market is about. We've also learned some of the instruments that are used in the money market to raise funds. So we've learned about the treasury bills, which are risk-free and they are normally issued by the government, so there's no risk of default. We've also learned about the commercial papers, the negotiable certificates of deposit, as well as the repurchase agreement. Thank you for your attention and see you in our next session. Bye.